Hello and welcome back to a foreigner and family in the Philippines. And this video is going to be a house update video. I am standing on the second floor here, which still has quite a bit of scaffolding. And we're taking a look at the roof progress. And I got some aluminum siding scraps there. My trailer park roof that's going up, but this is, we use the thicker angle bar, and then we have the C-purlins there for the trusses and cross beams and all of that. And now the roof is coming up here. So we're getting that on slowly but surely. Have some of the gutter on the outside done and working our way around. We had some rain early this morning, and it was a good rain for in the morning. You usually get our rain in the afternoon, so almost all of the workers did not show up today. None of the house workers showed up at all, the roof guys or the house guys, which sucks because it stopped an hour in. But has been wet over here, and there's a lot of mud around, and it would have been a little bit of a challenge getting over here. I'm taking a moment. Wow, it's really dirty up here. Lots of leftover materials and stuff to get cleaned up. It'll be nice to get this roof done. I'm just gonna pan out on the outside. Got the mountain over there kind of covered by the clouds, so there's a nice view over there and around. We sit kind of low in this little basin, but it's still got some nice views around. I know that there were some issues where they placed, when we were doing for the second floor, I think they put this column is in the wrong. A couple of these columns are in the wrong spot, which sucks because we have to do some rework, and I don't want to jack up this slab, which I'm already questioning the integrity of. I don't need to crack my slab. It looks like there are some areas on the roof. Those junctions have a cap that'll go over, and there's a centerpiece that go over the top there. Definitely don't want any leaking. Although down on the wood portion, I am getting some leaking. And I see why. Because it's still exposed up over this wood portion here. We got to get that squared away. And this is still a lot of scaffolding up here. And I had shown a video where we had taken some of the scaffolding and to recycle it. And so we've got that stored over there for future use. And it's down quite a bit from the last video because we're using it for a couple of items, which I'll show in just a second. Let me go ahead and get down off of the roof. So this is where some of that scaffolding is going right now. It is being used on these electric poles here. We're putting up some electric poles. This is the electric pole. I made a video on this when we had done it, with the mahogany and how we treated it with the treatment stuff for that, which was motor oil and what was the name of that other stuff? I can't think of it right now, but it was mixed with that other wood treatment stuff. But it was a small mahogany tree, and it's kind of weak, and so we need something a little more secure. So we're doing a pole here for the electricity, and then the other, and it actually goes all the way. There's a road being built over there. It is tough to see, but we have another pole on the top of the hill, that is being made, and then there's there's a little hut that you can see right next to the road. So there's one more pole over there that is being done as well on that side, and it looks like they did the digging for it, which now that I'm glad I see it, because it looks like it is too far away from the road. It needs to be up high, and it's down too far. So anyway, it's good I make the video to help me. I got to remember to go over there and look at that. But we needed something a little more secure, because even the mahogany tree that's on that hill over there it was a bigger one, but it's still, we don't want it breaking and then having live power lines on the ground. So we're getting that one done. Well, this is materials. After that, then we want to get a gate up, since the property does have a fence around it. The only thing the budget's not allowing, we would like to have a fence up close around the house, but so at least take advantage of the gate the fence that we have. At least putting a gate on that. And so now I'm on the inside here. More work has been done on the electricity with the outlets and the lights. It's not fully functioning. We tested it, they were working. It's just there are a couple little things to take care of. Oh, the windows did get finished. They are very cheap windows. They're very cheap material, very thin metal. I don't know that I would want to get these again. And because we do have the second floor to do, I don't think I would do these windows from the same person again, especially after how the installation went on that. They were great. I mean, the guys are good. The glass, I like the glass guy. He's nice and all, but it's just the way some of these went in. It's just, and then these wheels at the bottom, I don't know, you can see a crack from the light there, and these wheels allow for some adjustment, but it was just so bad from some of that. And it's like when they put this in, I could tell with my naked eye that they didn't get it close to the wall, because you could still see it. Now they fill it in with sealer, but it should have been flush with the wall. And some of these kind of dip down a little bit. I don't know if it needed another finishing coat or something, but it should have been. It just makes it where then they adjust the level of the wheels to make up for it, and some of them it's just hard to close. So I'm trying not to be too picky about it, but and then we did get rid of that. There was a wall over here, so now there's a little bit of a sketch. This is still open at the top. We did get some rain in here, but it goes up the side here, and then it crosses over there, and then up to the landing. That's how the stairwell will be. And I had talked about the kitchen cabinets. Oh, there are no kitchen cabinets. The budget doesn't allow for cabinets. But right now, at least we'll have the countertop. The countertop, those forms will be removed. They probably should have come out today while the cement was still soft enough, but they didn't, to remove that line, because I don't want any cracking. And those still get a finishing coat and then a skim coat, and then the actual countertop surface will get some tiles on there, so it'll look nice. And I had showed the kitchen sinks. It's basically a 2-tub kitchen sink. I kind of got them. I wanted the sink centered on the window. But now that I look at it, yeah, there's plenty of counter space, which is great. Actually, more counter. I probably could have just used that for counter space, but now I've got this whole extra side, which is good because we'll have a farm and we'll be washing vegetables or whatever else. Seems like there's always something in the sink. And so I left this portion open for the refrigerator. Oh, and I did check on this breaker box. The breaker box was not supposed to be there. The breaker box was supposed to be on that wall up in the corner. For whatever reason, breaker box got put over here behind the refrigerator. And they had this over so far that you'd have to pull out if you had a full-size refrigerator, which we don't right now. We got a little tiny refrigerator, but you'd have to pull out the junction box you'd have to pull out the refrigerator in order to get to the breaker box if you needed to flip a breaker or something. Another issue then was, even though we had this big discussion with the breaker box and how we didn't like it here, but we'll accept it, but we just need to move it over as far as we can, well then electrical outlets got placed there. So, and then I'm like, okay, well just shift them over. Well, instead of just shifting them over, now they put them all the way like vertical, so it's behind, you have this wall lip here. It's almost, I know I should have been so specific on that. I didn't know they were going to go align them vertically. I just was like, well, let's shift them over here. Okay, that would have been fine, but now they're vertical, I don't know, and a little tight into the corner if I'm being too picky, but geez, guys. So anyway, refrigerator over here. And hope that's not too big of a mistake, having that kind of a distance between the refrigerator and the oven. Maybe grabbing some ingredients, but the oven is going over here. There's always an option for potentially having the refrigerator over here in this corner, or if we're ever rich and famous and we have a drink refrigerator. I don't know, depends of how things are going. I don't know that that's a necessity or even a want, but then here we are in the bathroom downstairs. So, and as far as bathrooms go here, this is a relatively large one. It's got a nice window, get a little flow through here. Again, nothing's happened in here. I did get some drain covers for the drains, but it's still the same situation. And still the same situation in here. That water is drying up that had gotten in here, and now I'm shutting the windows during the rain. But there is still some water in here. And the lights up here, it's got plenty of lights. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that side, and then another 5 on that side of the column. So there are plenty of lights in here. And this is just where, and then you go back into the wooden monstrosity, which this is what I was saying up there on the roof, it's leaking. So. And this, I made a little closet for this room. I'm wondering if it was better, because the kitchen's right over there, if I had just made the wall over here and instead used that portion as a pantry. But it is a closet for that. So there is a lot of progress coming on the house, and I'll just keep updating it as we go. I'm looking forward to getting out of the place that we're renting and getting a little more space over here. I still have some boxes that are unpacked. I know internet's going to be a big issue. I need to be able to access internet, and I was just kind of tinkering on my phone with the 2 different carriers to see what they have. It looks like I'll be using some LTE service. Which I think of as for a cell phone, but that's all I think that's available. If you don't get it out here, then you don't even get internet. And I tried the smart carrier, and that didn't. It was very spotty. And then I switched over to the Globe carrier, and that one seemed to be getting a little bit of a signal. But I really don't know. It's just on the cell phone and just switching the SIM cards. So we'll see how and just seeing what the signal actual strength was. I didn't actually test either one of them, but we'll get to that. So that's it for now. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.